Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of There's No Place Like Hume. It's been a few weeks. We've been on hiatus as we've made some developments around here and dealt with some life things. Obviously, Emily's birthday being last week. We had some events going on the last couple of weekends. Actually, even filmed the video and never got to post it. We've been so busy. So, coming to you from atop a giant pile of new lumber, some old lumber. Wearing my cap shirt in honor of last night's victory. So I'm going to take you on a walk through some of the new spaces that have been framed up, and the volumes are starting to really take form on the first floor. Walk through the second floor, show you the outside, give you a quick rundown of the progress. So without further ado, let's go for a walk outside. So here we are in the backyard. You can see there's quite a bit of development that has gone on since we last showed you guys a video. Those are new concrete cast in place foundations and footings underneath. With a crawl space that's already formed and been waterproofed, so we're ready to go there. First floor has obviously been framed up. You can see all the sheathing has been replaced all the way around the house now. We'll take you on a walk around the front. But we're in now a mode where every time we take something down, we're putting something else up new. It's not full demo mode anymore. It's demo and replace, which is pretty exciting. So we're gonna take you on that little makeshift ramp, take you inside, show you some of the volumes that are starting to be developed and some of the progress that's been made on the inside too. So here we go, up for a walk up into what will become our new kitchen. So this framing here, this is all the new wood framing. You can see that's one of the pieces of steel that we added to create a new opening in one of the load-bearing assemblies. That was a recently engineered piece because we had some changes upstairs in the attic, which we'll show you in a little bit, but that is a built-up section. So we got some steel plates welded to a W6 wide flange beam. And we got a little tab there to connect it to what is called a PSL. That is an engineered wood column. You can see the parallel strands of lumber that have been glued together. And that is considerably stronger than typical 2x4 or 2x6 framing. So we got a bunch of those that are going throughout the house to pick up the load of the addition and also the attic framing that we're changing out. Big opening that you see in the back is going to be a divided 3-pane assembly, so one swinging operable door, 2 fixed glass full height panels, which will give us a nice view to the exterior. And you can see there's a couple of holes that are dug out there that have a little bit of debris and trash in them right now, but those are our footings for the porch that will go out the back. Right here you're looking at the future powder room adjacent to the pantry, and where I'm standing right now, this is going to be the kitchen, and you're looking back and that is the living room and dining room. Stairs obviously still going down to the basement and going up to the second floor will stay in place, and there'll be a small vestibule right down this alleyway. So we'll come in here and you'll see where these piles of lumber are where we started the video. This is going to be our little closet for coats and AV and internet and stuff like that will be all in here. So a couple of weeks ago we had this steel put in place. These are called lolly columns. These are adjustable steel pipe columns secured to the other piece of steel that was added, and that was for the load-bearing wall in the interior. So that's picking up all that joist framing that supports the second floor. And again, that's going to give us a nice clear span. You just may have seen at the periphery, that is our tenant who is not paying rent. That is a robin. Who has 4 very colorful blue eggs that are hanging out in that nest up there. We got some photos of that from our contractor, so we're going to try and relocate that to a safe place somewhere else on the property so that can live out its life as intended. So let's take you on a walk upstairs after we go around those giant pile of wood. So as we go up to the second floor, you're going to see a much more open version of what we had previously shown, partially because the back of the house has been completely ripped open with that temporary load-bearing stud wall to carry the exterior as we get through the second floor framing. But also because all of the ceilings have been ripped out and we've shown all the attic joist framing and rafters. So one of the discoveries that we made is that they somehow got away with 2x4 framing for the attic, both for the rafters and for the floor, which does not meet current code, nor will it support our intended use of that as kind of a little sanctuary space to get away and have a nice little quiet room up there. So we're going to be reframing all of these 2x4 floor joists to allow us to occupy the space up there, and then part of the roof framing in that corner, way up high, That'll be reframed in order to support what's called the overbuild, which is the roof of the addition, which will be bearing on top of that. So that was all part of the reason for the supplemental steel and PSLs downstairs. A little bit unfortunate, a little bit expensive, but all part of the game, so not entirely unexpected. You can see up here, this is the wall that has been framed as just kind of in the laydown position. They're going to tilt this up hopefully tomorrow as they get through the rest of the framing for the second floor. Those are the window openings for our bedroom, so this is all going to be tilted up in place, and then once they get the attic framing handled with the new LVLs and new 2x framing up there, they'll be able to frame the roof for this thing, and we're hoping that that's going to happen within the next few days. We're hoping maybe by Wednesday or Thursday we'll see this thing completely framed out. The intent is to have the electrical and plumbing rough-ins completed maybe by the end of next week, and then we're going to start hanging drywall by the end of the month. So the goal is to really get this thing cleaned up and ready to receive finishes and get us closer to move-in, which is hopefully targeting in mid-July at this point. So let's take you on a walk outside and show you all the progress that's been made around the front of the house. So here we are in the back of the house again. You can see a bunch of the old siding and stuff that is piled up on all sides. That is a product of kind of pulling things down and replacing them in kind as they go. So all the zips sheathing is up, and that'll be our substrate for our new siding. So we need to get a dumpster out here obviously to collect this, but you can see there's a bunch of the old green wood siding there, and some of the yellow vinyl siding that was over top of it, and all this darker wood is the older framing that has been pulled out. So it's mixed in with some new sheathing and some new pieces, and then we still got another pile of lumber there. So we got a bunch of materials stacked up all over the place so that they can keep working on different sides of the house as they're making their way around. Take you to the front of the house real quick. There's another stack of 2x6s, which is the second floor exterior framing for the addition. We got some more floor joists here with 4 more PSLs. These are the parallel strand lumber, the dark yellow with the red end cap here. So that's the engineered columns that are going in to support the new attic frame. And then you can see the porch, which is still in its state where it was a couple weeks ago, as we wait to get the interior wrapped up, and then the frames will come out here. But all the sheathing is up and in place at this point. So we'll be ready to get some subsiding contractors out here and start wrapping the house in the not too distant future. So that's it for this week's episode. Sorry for the delay again in posting a new video. It's been quite hectic around here. Obviously we had a few weeks of dormancy as we waited for the foundations to get poured. That being part of the critical path, we couldn't really start the addition framing until that was done. Now that that's completed, really looking forward to rocking and rolling upstairs, getting that second floor framing completed. We just saw our birdie friend come back for a visit. Maybe bringing some food. I wonder if they're not quite eggs anymore in there. There may be some tiny little birds. So anyways, try again post next week once the electrical and plumbing rough-ins get started, and hopefully by then we'll see that second floor framing completed, some of the interior framing where I'm standing actually off of the floor and up into walls. So looking forward to that until next week or the next video, whichever comes first. I hope everybody is well, and we'll see you again soon.